insane. We'll have to keep an eye on the G1 matchup. Our winners final is scheduled to start OpTic Gaming versus Spacestation. It's full, it's in. OpTic Gaming looking to punch their way into the grand finals. We'll keep you updated on the G1 Lead the Hype match, but we have to watch these two juggernauts go at each other.
And it's the two of the three teams that made no changes in the offseason. And it's no wonder they find themselves in the winners finals. Teamwork, chemistry, coordination are all the keys to a successful Halo team. As we see multiple members of OpTic Gaming going down. An early lead though for them. That's just not enough milk though to really make a difference. Those 3 seconds will easily be surpassed here by Spacestation as they take that ball back to gold. But look at OpTic pinching here. And with plenty of trouble coming from the gold side, Trippy gonna make sure he does his best to make sure this oddball time stops for Spacestation.
Maybe you get him that time in his hands. You got Formal sitting at the tower. It's always scary when you have to go through the cross that Formal's watching. This man hardly ever misses, and well, Bound feels the pain. Commando rifle smooth for him, and Spacestation. It's counterintuitive for them because OpTic Gaming's trapped at pipes, but they had to wait for the correct push. And well, they waited, they found their spot. They're able to get the ball out of the hands of OpTic, but Lucid's using the ball as bait for his shock rifle, and he'll take that kill any day. Perfectly played by Lucid. Overcomes the push, gets the ball back for his team. A perfect play by OpTic Gaming.
Lucid, last player alive, earns that crucial headshot, then rotates the ball towards his waiting teammate spawning on that A side. Clinical use of positioning and that shock rifle by Lucid. We'd expect nothing less from the MVP.
I don't think people can understand how important Lucid is for this team. His team went down. He needs to keep that ball for his team. He drops it out, uses it as perfect bait, gets the kill, and is still pushing this Spacestation team to their fullest, making sure that they're staying on the respawn screen. But finally, the break comes in. 40 points for OpTic Gaming before Spacestation finds the answer. But Spacestation's gonna have to deal with Formal. Bound, the new kid on the block, takes down the vet. Ball still in the hands of Spacestation, but the push isn't over yet. Trippy has to go down. Bound finishes that one. A clean wipe as OpTic Gaming go to the respawn screen.
And don't look now, you just had Pznguin just getting on the board with his first kill. So really amazing when you look at the devastation from OpTic Gaming there. Despite the fact that Pznguin has not been slaying out this game. Instead, it's been Bound, the rookie of the year, playing out of his mind here to start off this one and try to bring Spacestation back. Now only down 9. Pznguin down to no shields. Has another player on the other side, Trippy, to no shields, but Trippy gets the better of him, and it's now up to Bound in a 2v1. He's not going to win that, and it's now 3 down, and oddball back in the hands of OpTic Gaming.
Great communication between Trippy and Lucid right there, right? Trippy taking that damage, trying to give the information to Lucid to make the hop out. They both coordinate the time, able to get the kill, break the setup. But it's Eco Smith trying to push into those pipes, and he's going to take one down. The rotation in for OpTic Gaming. Is there anyone from Spacestation to respond? Lucid takes the 1v2. He wins the 1v2. Formal crosses the map. Trippy said, I don't even have to rotate. Stellur, you're back here for nothing. There's a Formal waiting for you with a commando rifle. He pushes them back. OpTic Gaming is playing beautiful rotational Halo right now, and Spacestation are struggling to break in.
OpTic, like a fine wine, has gotten better and better as time has surpassed, and you'd expect a little bit of that in the first tournament of the year, right? A lot of teams shaking off the rust and feeling each other out, but these two teams, they know what to expect. The familiarity is there, and it's more of the same from what we saw last year as OpTic Gaming is up big here in game 1.
Smith, Eco trying to stay alive. APG comes down for the challenge. The trades come through. Who wins the spawn is the question. Pznguin has to win this fight. Formal is there in time. Trippy stays alive. OpTic Gaming maintained the hold, but Stellur's not trying to let this one go. He's still pushing. Trippy is able to do enough damage. Lucid now ready to play for these A spawns. But this is a tough spot for Spacestation. They still have to deal with the shock rifle of Lucid.
Look at this play, though, from OpTic. Oddball at the reset, but we saw none of that desperation, none of that chasing for the oddball, which makes sense. They're up big, but waiting for Spacestation to make that first move, waiting for Spacestation to essentially fall into the reticule of Lucid. as we're seeing a lot of that. Now OpTic Gaming, knowing that they only need one more possession, they're going to play this one patient, slow, methodically take down Space Station one by one as they look to earn the round one win here in game one.
Lucid still has the shock rifle ready to put damage through. Looks like we might have had a lag out. So we've been having problems with the OpTic Gaming matches. We're gonna have to figure out. Oh no, was that just round? Am I just crazy? I think I'm just crazy. I'm crazy, Mikowski. I'm sorry about that. We're back into round two. OpTic Gaming getting the first one. I don't think I was expecting them to win so fast. I think it's the problem, Mikowski. I don't think we see ball games go that fast.
Hey, you're just tripping a little bit with this gameplay from Trippy and the likes of OpTic Gaming. It's no surprise, Garrett. Don't sweat it. As we see Space Station looking to rebound and regain here. Oddball inching towards that needle location, a location that Space Station has the edge on, but will it hold? APG looking to make sure that doesn't happen as they trade out. APG bound going down. And a nice milk here from Space Station. I love that. Even in numbers, no advantage numbers-wise, but they sneak away with that oddball and enough milk to really make a difference here. Up 20-0 to start.
Formal giving homage to Kobe right there. The blueberry stick down, and Pznguin gives him the pink mist. And if Space Station's gonna be able to stabilize from this, Lucid's desperately trying to get to bound, using the weapon pad with that shock pistol. Not gonna be able to get the kill right away, but gets the trade. Pznguin's there to pick up ball, and Space Station are gonna win the rotation.
That's huge though. Lucid, as the last player alive, gets another kill because of Lucid's kill at top gold. That now allows a top gold spawn here for OpTic as they're pushing Space Station off. Lucid, time after time after time, has made plays as the last member alive for OpTic Gaming. And it's the reason why they're up in this round, but up in this game, but needing to find an answer here in round two as Space Station, with the well-timed rotation to C, continues to build on their lead.
Pznguin plays that ball off, but look at Formal's position. Formal's ready for this play. He's putting down the damage. Stellur's in trouble. Stellur wins the fight! Are you kidding me? From the low position, he gets the help in time. Formal goes down, and now the rotation for OpTic is lost. Space Station has made their way back towards pipe, but I believe it's a shock rifle that's still in the hands of OpTic Gaming that can put this to rest. Pznguin can't get away with this ball, and OpTic Gaming are surging forward. They're not trying to stop for seconds. They're looking in for kills.
Lucid going down, now hopping on board here with Stellur. Looking to find some form here in this match is Formal as he goes down, and it's 2 down, 3 down for OpTic Gaming. Space Station though with 2 down as well. We've seen the milk without numbers, now Space Station with numbers, and the milk is on. 50 and rolling for them.
I mean, how much time is OpTic Gaming gonna allow Space Station to get away with? And I love this. Give the ball to Pznguin. Let Bound be him. He is an incredible talent. Rookie of the year in the HCS, was nominated as the rookie for console esports at the esports award, and you're going to see why. This guy, when it comes to movement, when it comes to shot, there's very few that are like him, and Formal's about to be in trouble. The commando shreds him still. Oh my god, the challenge from Bound. He gets it for his teammate, but Eco not going to be able to get APG in that position. Shock rifle for Bound. With the amount of lead that they have, you just let Bound play his game. Let this shock rifle ring true.
Bound with that shock rifle, a little bit of delay in the action. The delayed push from Lucid. He doesn't want to fall into the waiting scope. Does he even know Bound is there? I don't think he knows Bound is there. Bound has to recognize that based on the direction and focus of Lucid. Now Bound and Stellur looking to take advantage of the 2v1, but Lucid does a great job there trading out despite being in that 2v1, but it's not going to matter as, again, OpTic going 3 down, and right now, Space Station, despite that round 1 loss, is looking really good.
Saw Bound rotating towards the enemy. Was able to get the kill, and Formal's the last alive, and Formal has nowhere to go. Stellur's gonna shut him down. Camouflage for Stellur. No, still on the ground. That could be the key for OpTic Gaming to come back. It's gonna be APG who puts it on, but Pznguin's trying to hunt him down. Trippy with the saving nades. 3 to 83, an 80-second deficit for this team to overcome, but APG has gone ghost, and he's ready to find the break. Can OpTic Gaming make the comeback a reality?
It's not looking so, at least for round 2, Garrett, because time after time, whether the numbers advantage is there or not, the efficiency from Space Station has been absolutely proficient. And it's a big reason why they're up big here in round 2.
Getting those shots down towards Eco. APG has trouble behind him though, and it's Bound once again. He's been a pain in the side of OpTic Gaming this entire second round, and once again he passes off that ball. Let Bound be free as he wants to take on the entire opposing team. 3 more seconds, no one from OpTic is there. Round 2 in Space Station's possession. Here we go, 1 more round.
And here's a wild stat courtesy of the LVT Snow Stats. When Trippy gets 70 seconds of ball time, OpTic is undefeated. They've never lost when Trippy has 70 seconds in an oddball match. He's sitting at 69 right now. And he's gonna need 1 more and 1 more round here. If OpTic Game are gonna win this, but it's Space Station with the hot start instead. But it's an answer back from Lucid, just as it looked like all hope was lost in this opening break for OpTic. Lucid comes up clutch.
This is dangerous. Space Station go 4 down while camo is up. I would have maybe liked to see APG hold on to that camouflage, try to milk as much time from this as possible, but he does have the information. He knows where Space Station's at. It's up for APG to make the big play. He's between everyone. He gets the first kill, assist on the second. Pznguin is going to win that fight. A massive pick from Pznguin. Stellur has the ball, and Stellur's won the rotation. He's going to get it off the map. Lucid's position not going to matter, but Lucid gets 2 nonetheless. And look at his teammates ready at bat ledge to reclaim their ball possession.
Oh man, and just as it looked like SSG was going to sneak out with another oddball possession with only 1 member alive, OpTic finally figure it out, finally stop that oddball from mounting for Space Station. Instead, it's OpTic with the early lead here, 20 and rolling to 5. Formal with that shock rifle. This one could continue to build if we see some perfect headshots from the GOAT.
First comes around, shock rifle's not out. Stellur, he's put Formal on notice. He's gonna take the challenge anyway. Formal goes down. Stellur gets the kill. The shock rifle in their possession. Space Station gets the ball. Stellur's trying to keep Lucid at bay. Someone needs to do it. The man's 29 and 18. A 1-man army for the side of OpTic. Space Station have found their groove, but they need to continue to find a way to keep Lucid out of these plays.
There's one way. You make sure it's not Lucid with the snipe. It's Stellur instead. It doesn't matter though. Lucid, he doesn't need a sniper as he lands the 1v2 double kill win on Eco and Bound. Unbelievable performance from the MVP and an equally unbelievable shot there from Stellur. These two teams dueling to the very end. This one feels like it's going to come down to the wire. Another rotation attempt here from SSG, but it's not going to land. I'm noticing that more and more of these sneaky, cheeky rotations are getting spotted out by OpTic Gaming, and it's a reason they're up here 30-14.
Yeah, that was actually a huge snipe shot from Stellur. Formal had just gotten that camouflage. Before he could wrap the corner, they get the shot to land. APG goes down. It's just Formal alive for the team. That's a clean sweep. Eco, time to get valuable ball possession for his team. And look, Space Station's setting a trap. Look at Pznguin and Bound.
Yep.
They're letting OpTic Gaming push through. They're trying to get the shots into the back, and Pznguin's doing massive damage with that disruptor pistol, keeping them at bay.
Bound and Pznguin almost like 2 pinchers. But the plan doesn't come to fruition. But the oddball does. Again, SSG sneaking out with that oddball. Wasn't able to necessarily take down OpTic Gaming with that pinch push, but eventually 3 go down for OpTic. It's now Trippy as the last player alive. Trippy surpassing that 70-second threshold. So the question is, will OpTic lose their first ever game when Trippy scores more than 70?
Been doing all that objective work, but Space Station just feel to be the more efficient team at the moment, constantly getting OpTic Gaming 3 down, allowing them to rotate this ball out, while the kills for OpTic Gaming have been more trade for trade, not allowing for these freedom pushes and this ball possession to go in their favor. Formal's trying to take down Pznguin. He's going to be successful, but there it is. Stellur's there for the trade. Can they keep him off the ball? Stellur gets around the corner, but Trippy's there on the push. Stellur, you got to be careful. He throws it out just in time to keep that ball at a baitable position.
And how many times have we said this during an oddball match today? Despite the great start from OpTic Gaming, it's now SSG with the lead. APG with that camo, but it gets negated. Huge play there from SSG. You want to make sure you don't have a roaming ghost. APG's made plays with that camo. So a huge shutdown there. Bound with the low ground. Has Trippy's back, but Trippy turns on him and beats him down with the oddball. If Trippy can stay alive here, no, he goes down to Lucid. If he can stay alive now, OpTic Gaming has a chance to milk out a few more seconds and bring this one closer and closer to a tie.
So one disadvantage that the commando rifle has under the BR right now is the melee traits. The BR has a 10% damage increase when it comes to the punches. The commando takes a couple extra shots to get those melee trades, and Bound just got the bad end of that. The oddball hits him down, but Formal and the crew are ready to push back towards this ball, but Space Station has the answer. APG trying to get it into a baitable spot, but it's just going to go into the hands of Eco, and there's no one from OpTic Gaming to handle this rotation. It's going to be another swath of time for Space Station.
My question is, where is SSG going to ultimately land? It looks like here back C thought maybe they might anchor in between long haul over towards A, but instead it's Pznguin here at back C with an easy play ball opportunity. Love this here from Pznguin and company as they build on that lead, up 20 now. And with an impending reset, if OpTic does get numbers here, this one's just going to be even more difficult for them to come back. Here it goes. Numbers for OpTic. But they haven't pushed the emphasis just yet. Oddball still in control of Space Station, now going down, and the reset is on. Is OpTic Gaming in position, though, to take advantage of it?
Oh, Bound is making a gross play. He was the most important player on the field, was able to get that kill, keeps the spawns for Space Station. OpTic Gaming fall apart. Bound is going to get this ball towards the back, and now what's going to happen is Space Station has the better position to grab the new shock rifle. One round of slays for Space Station. Expect them to have the shock rifle back in their hands, and that's exactly where Eco's heading towards. Get that shock rifle in their possession. He's going to be able to clear this rotate. Only 14 more seconds, and Trippy's desperately trying to get this ball away.
Space Station Gaming in the home stretch of a potential game one victory here, and they're looking very strong as the camo does work at elevator. Rotating that oddball despite a pretty strong hold for Space Station.
God, they're running.
Yeah, this is really pointing to their strategy. SSG is going to elect to rotate when given the chance, even if it's not there. So an opportunity for OpTic to pick up on a little bit of a mistake here from SSG and potentially turn the tides here, as this one's not over just yet.
Well, remember, whenever Trippy has 70 seconds or more time in oddball, they win 100% of the time. Stats are on their side. It's time to execute. Formal takes on the 1v2. No one there. Trippy needs to win this fight. At top goal, Trippy wins it. Eco on the respawn screen. But the ball's in pit. The ball favors Space Station. APG runs wild into the pit, able to get the trade outs with his teammate, but the clock is playing against them. Only 9 seconds for Space Station and only 20 seconds in this game period. They have to pick up the ball. They have to stop the time. Only 15 more seconds of game time. They go down. Space Station's getting closer to making this their game. 10 seconds. On the clock, it's counting down. They have to pick up the ball within the next 5 seconds. Formal, you have to go get the ball. APG gets it. 2 seconds. They can't afford to drop it. The nade gets the kill. No, it's down. It's out. Space Station snuff out OpTic Gaming. Such a tough spot where that ball is in the pit. Just not that many opportunities to go steal it away. Space Station able to circle the position, and there's nothing OpTic Gaming can do about it. Game 1 to SSG.
Yeah, that was a great job there. It's not like OpTic didn't know that they needed to grab the oddball. It's just that the pressure was all there for SSG. That oddball could not have been in a worse spot there in the pit. But instead, OpTic Gaming go down in game 1, and it's SSG with the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these replays from game 1 and see what happened within these games. Well, you know, and live fire's coming up next. The sniper is going to be so important to your success. Take a look at some of these stats. Bound. Oh, okay. It's Pznguin. 36 kills, 27 deaths, 15 assists. Can we take a look at the damage? Where was this damage at for both of these teams? Dude, well, Eagle shot 1,000 times. Oh, 9,800 damage for Eco. 11,300 damage for Lucid. They gotta help my boy Lucid out there. He's putting in the work. He's getting the damage in, but they're just not able to keep up with him. And it was impressive to see how fast and how aggressive Lucid was playing in that game. It was truly an honor to watch, but they need to help Lucid out. They can't rely too heavily upon him. And Eco was doing everything on the map, getting those crosses, trying to get shots downrange. He shot his VR over 1,000 bullets that game, doing all that they could. Live fire up next in our best of 5. Sniper rifle, repulse, overshield, so many goodies on the map to work with. And that's where you think OpTic Gaming can be extremely dangerous. We know what Lucid's able to do with the power weapons. We know what Formal's able to do with the snipe. Trippy has been phenomenal at being that middle player, at helping teams. And when APG doesn't have to focus on anything else but finding the slays, that's when he's efficient at dissecting these teams and getting behind players. Trippy's gonna be able to open up with that first kill. Stellur drops on down, and OpTic Gaming is going to route themselves over towards this overshield. They want to get Pznguin off this tower, get control, and have the better position for this upcoming overshield. And Trippy plays that phenomenally, knows he's going to win that trade. And now overshield looking more and more likely to go to OpTic Gaming, and Formal puts it on.
Massive opening break win. Hot off the loss for OpTic Gaming. A great start here in game 2. That's exactly what you needed. OpTic Formal now with that overshield. Has to be wondering, with all 4 dead for Spacestation, did I pop this a little too early? Am I maximizing the value from this overshield? Formal not able to spot an opponent, but Spacestation has spotted him. And because of this, look at this. Spacestation knows that Formal is over here at B, so they're all rotating, just wasting the efficiency over at C. But instead, Lucid picks up on it. Formal essentially just pushing Spacestation into the waiting scope of that sniper from Lucid.
Game 5 on the horizon for G1 and BTH. Keep an eye on that game, keep you guys updated. But so far, OpTic Gaming dominating in the Slayer, trying to find their bounce back. And well, Spacestation just don't have any room to breathe. Look at Formal knocking down the door, getting into the spawn of these two. His teammates pick up the rest, and Spacestation staggered, split, and desperate for anything to get this ball rolling.
OpTic Gaming, time after time, losing that game 1. We saw it against Native Red, saw it here against Spacestation, and looking like absolute menaces in game 2. The answer, the regain, is always there for the world champs, and it's no surprise when you've got so many steely veterans like APG, Formal, the goats of Halo, as Eco Smith earns himself the reversal. APG, Trippy going down, Bound doing his best to stay alive here with that plasma pistol. And the overshield in favor of SSG as well. So despite the lead for OpTic Gaming, an opportunity now for SSG to turn the tide.
Remember, I said Lucid needs help. Maybe Lucid doesn't need help. 9-1 to start this game. The man is just single-handedly destroying Spacestation, and he'll be able to get to that double-digit mark before anyone else. He has more kills than the rest of his team combined at the moment.
Yeah, and practically beating SSG on his own. If you just added up his score against SSG, they'd be right there in it. Instead, it's a massive opening 8-kill, 2-possession lead for OpTic Gaming. If they can play tried and true Halo here, they should be able to hold on to this lead. Lucid pushing up underneath. Doesn't have that heat wave like you might think, but I bet he's waiting for it to pop instead. There it is. Lucid now with the heat wave in his hands. Let's see what he can do with it.
That's what Lucid's so effective at, right? He lost that heat wave. He knew when the respawn was going to be. He waits at bottom mid, gets it immediately off his timer, minimizes the amount of time that OpTic Gaming doesn't have a power weapon in their hand. And now Trippy with the sniper rifle, Lucid with the heat wave. You have everything you could possibly want to grow this lead.
Lucid, arguably the greatest player with the heat wave, but he's going to go down again. So a great job from Spacestation. Despite being down in this game, they've done a really good job taking down Lucid when he has that heat wave. The question is, can you take advantage of it? Can you take the sniper now out of Trippy's hands? So just as one solution gets found for SSG, another problem pops up in the form of Trippy.
They can see, Space Station, they spotted out the sniper. They want to keep him out of the play. They're pushing forward, but the rest of OpTic's ready for it. Trippy flies forward with the APG. They're going to be able to get to 2. And now Trippy's completely swapped the situation on Space Station. They thought they were collapsing on the snipe. No, Trippy's out-rotated you. Now he has you trapped at the back of A, ready to hammer you down.
Focused fire there from SSG is able to easily take out that overshield from Formal. But they're still down 7. Trippy still with that sniper in his hands. Does a smart move there. I thought he was maybe going to push up on the player top mid. Instead, elects to drop bottom mid with the rest of his teammates, but they got to space out here. You don't want to get caught bottom mid. We saw 3 going down for Native Red from 1 grenade earlier. Space Station going to want to make sure that they take advantage of the grouping here from OpTic, but they don't. OpTic takes down 2 again and builds on their lead, now up 11.
We're going to be able to get this straight in with bounds. And this lead just continues to grow. I mean, has Trippy died, man? It just feels like he always has the snipe back away from Space Station, and they just can't do anything. He takes down Bound as well. And I love how fast Trippy is to rotate to get towards his team, to get towards the front lines. He's not a stationary sniper. He's going to continue to move forward, continue to try to find a lane. Uses that last shot. Now Space Station finally have an opportunity to close this gap a bit, but they have to get kills without having answers. And that's a tough ask when you're playing against this OpTic gaming squad, because of how close they play with each other, how well they communicate, and just the chemistry between these guys. They're not going to let their kills go unanswered.
Speaking of finding an answer, I think Space Station needs to find themselves a sniper rifle, a heat wave, an overshield. Both of those 2 coming up right now here. So the game coming down to this sequence here because of the big lead here for OpTic. SSG is going to need to figure it out, and figure it out quick. Pznguin with that plasma pistol takes down Lucid, who was waiting there for that sniper rifle. Huge opportunity now forming as Bound pushes up. Formal down to no shields, but no, my God, the defense and answer back. The team shot and coordination from OpTic is too strong as 3 go down for SSG, and OpTic earns himself another overshield and sniper.
That's probably the play that's going to lose Space Station in this game. They needed to have a successful push. If they would have gotten OpTic 3 down right there, we're talking about an overshield and a sniper in the favor of Space Station with momentum. Now, suddenly you're trying to crack the power weapons out of the hands of OpTic Gaming, and that's going to take a ton of resources, and it's going to take deaths. Deaths that OpTic Gaming just can't afford at the moment.
Here's another thing you can't afford, Garrett. Is Lucid running amok with Heatwave and Sniper Rifle. No surprise, he lands the double kill. And another 3 go down, but for Space Station, absolutely dominating performance here in Game 2 from OpTic.
Lucid looking to put an exclamation mark on this game. The headshot could be nice. 2 to the face of Eco. Lucid gets the double. Both power weapons. He don't care. No one is safe from him. And only 2 more kills to go. Lucid's gonna make it flashy as he flies his way towards Nest. Gets the punch in. 1 more. And it's a W for OpTic Gaming. 50-32. Absolutely phenomenal performance.
And after a back and forth, absolute barn burner of a match 1, Oddball going the distance. It's the Game 2 Slayer that looked all OpTic all the time. There was never even a moment in time, even the opening break, going OpTic's way as they're able to roll on that. And saw a lot of heat wave, a lot of sniper from Lucid, and it's no surprise that OpTic was able to take that one 50-32. SSG now, after that Game 1 really strong performance, now they need to find an answer back in a pivotal Game 3 swing game. Lucid needing some help there. All the damage going in favor of him on OpTic. We saw spree after spree, damage after damage going down for Lucid. Does he carry it here into this Game 3 on streets? Plenty of sandbox to work with. We saw that Stalker rifle from Royal 2. Absolute dominating use of it. Is it going to be the Stalker? Is it going to be the shotgun? Is it going to be the rockets that drive either of these 2 teams to victory here? This one feels like, with how close it's been, that the winner of Game 3 could very well win this series. All right, here we go. Hopping on board here with the OG, a man who's been playing Halo professionally for more than 20 years. APG looking to lock down on those rockets. Trippy with the boom block is going to pick up the boom itself, but he goes down immediately, trading out with Pznguin. And now APG, huge save there, grabs the rockets and maintains control for OpTic.
Oh, the second kill's right in, and the assist comes in next. APG leads the way for his team, and now it's just Pznguin with the stalker rifle at the back of C to worry about. The spawns are heading towards Cafe. And how does Space Station get together? How do they make this push to find the break? You see them so separated, so staggered on this map. And Lucid's one to punish you. Lucid finds the first. Eco gets the trades. Formal's the last alive. Formal can stop this rotation, but Eco's trying to keep him at bay.
Formal last player alive here. All he needs to do is just stay alive, get his team a coordinated collective together spawn there at back PD, and now you can push in together. That's exactly what we're seeing. A really smart play there as the last member alive is now 2 going down for Space Station. The decision making turning into results here for OpTic as they take down 3 bound. Last player alive with that stalker rifle. If he goes down, he loses the power position, the hill, and that power weapon. OpTic looking good here to start.
So close to getting this hill down, but Space Station's got one more good push left in them. You start to see 3 players buddying up towards PD. Formal goes down. Pznguin's working on the quick flank. He's going to get towards driveway, and now Trippy and APG, they did their job over at PD, and Pznguin's flank just comes in too late. There's nothing he can do. Trippy comes, hunts him down, and the first hill looking more and more likely to go to the green wall.
And it's looking more and more like a different OpTic in games 2 and 3. And that's that's exactly what we saw against Native Red. Losing that game 1 and then not necessarily reverse sweeping, but winning the next 3 in a row. Feels like a little bit of that occurring here. And a team in Space Station that sort of climbs the levels, climbs the ranks. So for OpTic to be able to do exactly what they did to Native Red, to Space Station instead, really goes to show that their strength and their positioning and communication, coordination, all of it working here for OpTic.
Yeah, Formal in the perfect position, right? Stalker rifle in hand at the back of hill. If anything comes down that middle lane, you best believe the precise aim Formal is going to light them up. Gets out of the hill when he needs to. OpTic Gaming go down in numbers, and Eco trying to take advantage of that. Look at this coordinated push of Space Station. They want to put pressure on Formal. They're all going to come in around the same time. Eco's coming in from the back. Eco gets the first pick. Stellur now working with him at the long distance. APG is going to go down, and now just Trippy alive at the back of hill, but the spawns are coming up, and Lucid's the hero they need. Lucid finds the push before it can happen. SSG's push looking less and less successful as time goes on.
So much unanswered time for OpTic Gaming here as they go 3 down. Space Station now with a chance to take down APG, the last player alive. How many times, Garrett, have we seen the last player alive for OpTic not only stay alive in an instance like this, but earn himself an extra kill, maybe 2 or 3? Absolute masterclass in being the last player alive from OpTic Gaming, from all members of OpTic Gaming, as that smart play from APG now turns into more hill control for OpTic. So sometimes staying alive is just as good as getting kills.
Pznguin's trying to do his best to keep his teammate alive. It's not going to be successful as Pznguin's going to be the back player. Trippy and Lucid knocking on the door, trying to get in from the back. But here we go. The coordinated push. They're all coming in at the same time. Trippy and Lucid working together from different angles. The entry frags are there. Trippy gets 2. One more to deal with at the back. It's Pznguin. Trippy's trying to get his shields back, but he's still weak. Can he get the hill? No, stop. At just the last second, but it will not matter. Hill goes over to OpTic Gaming, a 2-0 start in game 3.
Wonderful recognition there from OpTic, realizing that they were up 80 percentage points to 0. They just let Space Station jump in the hill, thinking that it was maybe for free, but no. You had plenty of players from OpTic Gaming waiting at C, taking down the Space Station players that took the bait. But once again, it's 3 going down for OpTic. APG making plays as the last player alive. Unbelievable. Time after time after time, the last player clutching up for OpTic.
I love that APG's the player stepping up right now. 13 kills from him. When APG slay it out, you know this OpTic Gaming roster is feeling themselves as they just keep Space Station on the respawn. It's a clean sweep once again. APG, you gotta find something other than the stalker rifle. You just have a shotgun. in your hand. But look at this from Formal. If he can hide, he's going to bait them past B. He's going to let them push forward, and then he's going to find easy kills. The first one's down. Eco does not get stuck. I would have liked to maybe see just a tiny bit more patience from Formal right there, but they do get the one, and they're keeping Space Station at the back base thus far.
Yeah, especially with a 2-hill lead here, Garrett. You didn't need to necessarily chase that if you're Formal. Nonetheless, he goes down, opens up a little bit of an opportunity here for Space Station to put some points on the board as they're doing that with Stellur. 20 seconds until those rockets come up. And the question is now, do you play for the rockets? Do you play for the hill control? Do you play for something like that fresh stalker rifle that should be up soon? A lot of sandbox on the map here at play, and not very many players alive on the map. This is now a 1v1 APG versus Eco. Who's going to get their team the better spawns? The answer, Eco. Look at that, Cloud9 spawning all together. OpTic Gaming on the opposite side. So APG with his back against the wall here is going to have to do his best here to stay alive. But again, as the last player alive gets a kill on top of it, and 3 go down for Space Station once again.
Yeah, I think that was a deceptive spawn. You're thinking, oh, you want to get the hill spawn, but APG wasn't necessarily crying. His team spawns at C. Rockets are coming up. They have the better position to fight for the power weapon. It gives Formal the rockets to push through, and it stops Space Station from getting any more time. This hill has been hardly fought, and the contention has been real, but Stellur wants to make the difference. Trippy shuts him down. Eco and Bound trying to team up with Pznguin. They've eventually got control of the spawns. Now it's time to control the kills. Pznguin able to find the first. OpTic Gaming starting to go down. And now it's just Formal to take care of, as he's starting to be a menace at the back of PD.
And that just goes to show, Garrett, sometimes those split spawns can be a blessing if you take advantage of the coordination and timing to put together a collective pinch, as we saw that from OpTic Gaming. Incredible job there, despite not getting the favorable spawns instead. It's OpTic getting back to a tie situation here in this third hill, and this is one that Space Station desperately needs as 3 go down for OpTic. Can Lucid make a play again as the last player alive, or will Stellur and Space Station finally clutch up on this hill?
Oh, Lucid's playing forward. He doesn't care. He says, I'm better than you. Takes the challenge, gets the kill, but Pznguin's there to refill, and no one from OpTic is getting to that hill in time. A valiant effort from Lucid, but it's all for naught. APG is the most important player here, and you see he gives the spawn to Trippy at back PD. You want the PD spawns when you're fighting into this next hill, and Bound's having to do a ton of work to get these players out of A, but he's going to be successful at that. A killing spree. Go back towards PD. Get these spawns for your team and let Pznguin get these rockets. This is a recipe for success for Space Station, and we might be seeing the turn of this game.
Just as it was looking like a convincing 3-0 win for OpTic Gaming, SSG now down 1 with less than 1 to go. Pznguin with those rockets doesn't land the melee on APG. Instead, he goes down, and so too does the entirety of Space Station. Now, does OpTic want to milk the clock here or milk the hill instead? They've chosen the hill, so very interesting strategy and decision making here, because if you're OpTic up 1, you can essentially just milk out the rest of this clock. But they're instead playing for the hill, looking to win this 3-1 instead. Lucid with that shotgun, looking for the double kill, lands it, and now he's going to elect to push into C-spawn, but no, he gets taken down. 2v2 situation here. 45 seconds on the clock. Red gun in the hands of Stellur, and he's going to have to make good use of it here if SSG want to come back.
It's an OpTic Gaming blunder. They gave up the A spawns. Look at all of Space Station. They got back towards PD, gave themselves the A spawns, and Formal did not see the flank coming, and now they're gonna have to push head forward into this hill, try to get Space Station out, but it's Bounce Commando that's shutting them down. A double kill for him. APG, you're up next. He's gonna be able to work with Eco to get the kill. 1 more second for this hill to go in favor of Space Station. Eco punches down Trippy, and we're tied up. Final hill, here we come.
SSG clutching up when it matters most, sending us to a potential sudden death overtime situation. But just like that, 3 go down for Space Station. Can Eco Smith be the last player alive that makes a play for his team here, like we've seen so many times from OpTic? No, he goes down. Split spawns now at C for Space Station. OpTic Formal recognizing that, making the call. Now he has that tried and true. The combo that I said is even better than rockets, the stalker and the shotgun.
Stalker's great at A, but you're not going to see a ton of success unless if you break those back C spawns. They want to get these rockets, and they want to push forward and try to get Space Station out. But unfortunately, with Space Station's position, they're not going to let Rockets go for free anytime soon. Trippy wins a big fight. That's going to give them an opportunity to maybe push forward. But you're going to see Space Station try to contest these Rockets. APG was able to get him off. He got the kill, and Hill goes to Formal. Massive plays by APG. Next, Hill is going to win this game.
Oh my God, I didn't know if APG thrusted into the trade there. Nonetheless, not going to matter for OpTic. No harm, no foul. 2-2, sudden death, less than 2 minutes on the clock. OpTic with the early edge here, reaching the quarter mark. Trippy looking to do his best to make sure that continues. SSG almost looking like a Slayer, where neither team wants to be the final 49-49 kill. Instead, we have a King of the Hill. This one down to the wire. Trippy down to no shields. Pznguin electing to just play his space. Nobody really contesting this hill right here. This is absolutely unbelievable. But there you go. There's the break kill. Bound going down. We should see OpTic continue to push up here. Lucid going down as well. Formal with the red gun out. Knows Stellur is there and cuts. So too does APG. But APG goes down to Pznguin. Pznguin with the help from Tires. And SSG now has an opportunity to get back in this hill.
But look at OpTic Gaming's position. They've gotten themselves to C spawns. That means that Space Station's going to have a hard time just to stand in hill. And it's because of Formal at the back of C. The Stalker rifle gets the damage in. They get the kill, but EcoSmith has broken it open. He has the C spawns now, and watch the rest of the blue team spawn at the back of that base. It's going to be tough for OpTic Gaming to stand in the hill as long as this control's in their favor. Trippy tries to go for the flank, but Pznguin is checking the back door. Nothing there. Lucid's trying to break his way in. Bound has a Stalker rifle. Bound has two. Double kill. And now the hill going in favor of Space Station. Perfect macro play from the Space Station squad.
Momentum back and forth, the score back and forth, and Rockets now in the hands of SSG. It looks like Eco was able to sneak out with it, barely holding on to his life, and those two Rockets. Gonna look to reshield here. Bound going down. Gonna have to peek now that Bound went down. Filling in that space is Eco, doing a great job of it. And now with hill control, he can sort of bait Trippy in if he wants. Instead, pushes up the Tires, but APG gets the better of him. Absolutely massive, consequential play there in overtime. Both of these teams tied here with just 30 to go.
As long as Stellur has that position at backseat, it's going to be tough for OpTic Gaming. You're going to constantly see a refill. And, well, it's Formal that's trying to make the play. Formal breaks it open. Formal has the spawns. OpTic Gaming have their chance. Hill in their possession. It was an awkward rocket play that cost Space Station dearly, as Pznguin's able to find the first pick, but Space Station has to break the players out of C.
Space Station somehow seemingly finding an answer time after time. But Pznguin's going to have to stay alive here. Pushing into 3 low-shielded members for OpTic Gaming. He's going to take the risk. He's going to take the shots. He's going to get the reward as the double kill goes down for Pznguin, but he goes down too. Can EcoSmith find the avenge on his teammate? OpTic Formal going to press. Eco takes him down. And now SSG with numbers advantage and a tie scenario. This one's not going to go to sudden death there. Instead, we're going to go to an OT. Next hill wins. Wow.
Man, that's the ruling, right? It is next hill win. It's not a full reset, right? Oh my God.
Wow, all that effort, all those points for each team for nothing. All that energy, all that exertion for nothing. As it looked like both squads towards the end had about 75%, so almost like a heartbreaking finish for both of these two teams.
I almost want to take this other game for a second. This is game 5 between G1 and believe the high BTH. We're seeing right now BTH looking to make the upset of the tournament. The Cinderella story still alive as OpTic Gaming and Space Station get back into their replay of game 3. Next hill wins.
And that's especially wild when you consider that G1 was looking like the Cinderella story of this tournament. Now, if they get taken out by BTH, will absolutely be crowned as the Cinderella champs here of this tournament. As it's just the heavyweights left. It's just the heavy hitters. It's Spectre looking to hit heavy with that heat wave. His team down 1, needing him to make a play.
Oh my God, Spectre gets in. He's been phenomenal for this team thus far. Having a slow game 5, but G1 wipe out BTH and the lead has changed hands. Game 5, G1, they're icy. We saw them take down FaZe yesterday in the winner's bracket. Now their tournament life is on the line. They need to do it once again.
And I believe a win here would set them up against FaZe again. My God, what a rematch that would be. But they're going to have to take down a scrappy BTH squad first. Instead of taking down, it's sending him off the map. Is Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo, a Suspector, still with control of that heat wave. But no, he goes down. Neuronical with just 1 HP and a dream is going to look to make a comeback here for BTH with that heat wave.
Neuronical able to get this sniper back in hand. Not able to get the kill. Sab's gonna dare for the challenge. Sab thinks better, drops back down. You're gonna see this game slow down for a second. G1 trying to decide how they want to push out. Look at the 2-2 split. They're gonna pair up on this fight. Neuronical drops that sniper back, says it's a heat wave, we're rolling in. Look at BTH, they're swarming, it's all blue. But G1 has found their way out of the hill, found their way out of the base. But BTH are gonna win those slays for now.
40-40, game 5. Loser goes home, winner takes on FaZe in the next round. This one's gonna slow down to a halt, as neither of these two teams are gonna want to make the mistake. And with that overshield up in 10 seconds, that's gonna be what both of these two teams here are gonna play for.
Show coming up soon. Neuronical opts to go for the repulse instead of the punch. They let Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo stay alive, and well, Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo, he might punish you. Neuronical needs to make the plays. He's able to get one. Foul gets the trades overshield for precision. The former Gears of War pro now has his team behind him. He needs to win this game. Heat wave coming up soon. He's not going anywhere until he knows his team can secure that. Monster goes forward. Monster takes down the noob combo. G1, they're falling apart. Precision gets the next. Boom with the help. Just 5 more kills.
G1 in a situation where they're going to have to slow things down, but because of that kill, they might elect to just push forward instead, as they do just that. But it's not going to be enough. Neuronical playing the waiting game takes down Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo, and now G1 down 4 with just 2 kills left to go. This one's looking really dicey here, as BTH just needs the finishing touches, and they'll be the winner.
We're going to go into the box, the picture-in-picture action while we finish this game 5. OpTic Gaming versus SSG. First to 2 hills will win on that game. Precision just need one more. Believe the hype can get the job done. Boom, gets the kill. The upset story. The Cinderella team still in it. Believe the hype win against G1 in game 5. A heartbreaking loss for the boys in red.
And it's Believe the Hype in 2023, looking like the 2009 national champions, as we hop on board here with the defending world champions OpTic Gaming in a pivotal game 3 here. If you're just joining us, an overtime reset here, so the first 2-2 is going to win this game.
Should be hiding at the back of red. Eco's gonna try to break in, but the damage is done. Trippy gets the kill, and Formal and APG are there to recover. Bound, oh, Bound just chucked that nade up, said, I hope it hits right. He was able to get the kill, and it's gonna buy Spacestation time. They break on in. Lucid's the last alive, but Lucid doesn't care. Look how aggressive he's being. His team isn't there yet, but he doesn't care. Gets the damage in.
Unreal.
He's knocking on the door. Lucid saying, hey, Pznguin, come for dinner. The rest of the teams here, OpTic Gaming, want to break as fast as possible.
OpTic Gaming, and specifically Lucid, playing the 1v4s. Like, all 4 alive for OpTic Gaming, aggressively pressing, and that pressure with just 1 alive probably causes some frenetic comms there from Spacestation. Like, how is Lucid providing this much pressure? How is he doing this much damage? Can we please take down the last player alive for OpTic Gaming? You can feel the frustration, as now OpTic has found themselves in the hill. And it's a potential tie here. This first hill is so crucial because we're only playing to 2 in the reset.
Is going to win control. Trippy got the rockets, but it came at a trade. Bounded Stellur are ready to pounce. Trippy needs to be careful. He needs to stay alive and bait the Spacestation team into playing too far in. Pznguin wraps the corner. Oh, it's a wasted rocket. Trippy goes down. Suddenly it's up to Formal. He needs to stay alive. Eco playing against that pull. Formal stays alive. Bound is here. Bound gets the kill, but the trades favor OpTic. Pznguin's at top C. Pznguin getting the damage down on APG. but OpTic's there to survive. OpTic's there to get the hill. OpTic just needs a couple more seconds. First hill for them, a massive advantage, and the clean wipe. They're gonna be able to get the next spawns as well. Bound isn't able to stay alive. OpTic Gaming have firm control. First to 2 wins.
Time after time after time. It's the last player alive for OpTic, clutching up. And we're going to keep calling it out as long as they keep performing as that last player alive. As a result, now have a 1-0 lead in this overtime scenario. Lucid goes down. Trippy spots Stellur. Stellur with that shotgun, going to break through. And now SSG looks like they could have some control here of C. OpTic Formal with the back to Stellur. That's going to be an easy free kill here for him. And SSG is looking strong on the second hill.
Yeah, great control here. The only thing is that Spacestation, they don't quite have the timing to spread out as they want. But look at OpTic, 2-2 split. 4-1 APG going to the left. Lucid's going to take the middle lane, and Trippy's going to take the right. They're going to coordinate at the same time. They're going to all push in once they get that first pick. Trippy says, yes, let's go. Formal's going in. Trippy's out to the left. They're all collapsing in. Spacestation seeing the respawn screen. OpTic Gaming's coordination is too much.
Wow, and let's break that down. All 4 members of OpTic, not necessarily all together, but if you drew a line across the map on streets, it would have been perfectly parallel. So despite the fact that they weren't close together in proximity, they were all watching the same lanes and pushing in on the same map control. It's a big reason why OpTic able to take SSG out of this hill. Bound, now a last glimmer of hope there with that red gun. And he's clinging to his life, no shields. Stellur with that opening break kill. It's going to take attention off of Bound. It's going to allow him to get some hill time as well.
Rookie of the Year takes down MVP of the Year. Lucid sees the respawn screen. Bound's trying to get as much of this time as possible. And Trippy's just trying to be annoying, trying to buy his team time. And he gets Bound out of the hill for now. I think Spacestation's overextended too far on the purple side. They've left the driveway lane open, and there's a player lurking at trash waiting to jump up. It's Formal. He's got the flank. Bound's in trouble. Bound goes down. Formal's in. OpTic Gaming have broken the hill for now, but Spacestation still playing fairly close to this hill. If they can find Lucid, if they can get this kill, they still have an opportunity to break in quick enough.
And just as we say that, 3 going down again for Spacestation. A big win there for Bound, but it's not going to be enough, as that's going to force a little bit of a stagger here for Spacestation. And with full control here at C for OpTic Gaming, they could elect to not let go. Stellur has the back of APG. That's going to be beneficial. Eco needs to take down Lucid, doesn't. And now it's up to Stellur instead with that shotgun. APG 1v1. APG takes him down. OpTic looking stronger and stronger here, and then with the potential closeout on game 3.
Spacestation, you still have a little time. You don't have to play too fast. It's 1 coordinated push left for Spacestation. 2 go down. Bounds up. Wait for Pznguin. The Rockets could determine everything. Eco's over at the ATMs, ready to try to pounce on them. But the hill time is going into OpTic. They're all sitting on the hill. They're going to try to milk it out. They're not going to be able to get there. Pznguin has no opportunity. OpTic Gaming win the reset 2-0. And it was a phenomenal break through the hill that let OpTic win that game. Great coordination and a better finish. OpTic Gaming go up 2-1 in our best of 5.
Bound, the last player alive there in that sequence, not able to do what we saw time after time from the likes of every member of OpTic, clutching up as the last player. Bound trades out, which forced that desperation push from SSG, and OpTic read it like a book, had the pre-nades, had the pre-fire, had the pre-aim waiting as they easily cap that second hill and now take a really convincing handle on this series, up 2-1, winning that swing game. These have been so close. That game 1 oddball was a 20-plus minute match. The King of the Hill with the reset in the overtime, likely another 20-plus minute match here. So this one feeling more and more like a marathon. Which one has the distance? We're about to find out.
We're back to the pit. Halo 3's most memorable map. 2 snipers, 1 rocket, and overshield to play with. Every Halo player knows how this map plays. They're gonna be playing at their highest level. CTF up next. And really, it's gonna come down to the sniper fights, in my opinion. Mikowski, I want to see who gets the sniper for both of these teams and who wins the sniper duel battles.
And I'm still waiting to see which of the two, Overshield or Rockets,
oh my God,
are the choice for each of these two teams. As Stellur choosing that sniper rifle. You said it, Garrett. And it's Lucid on the other side. Two dueling sharpshooters. Two of the best in the game with those sniper rifles. And one of the best map game type combinations here on PitCTF.
Oh no, oh no, this is disastrous for OpTic. Bound got behind Lucid. He has the sniper. It's Bound and Stellur with snipers on the map. APG able to stabilize the position for now by finding the kill on Bound. And look at all of OpTic Gaming hammering their way towards Sword. They're in danger. They know it. They need to get these kills. They need to get Stellur out of the power position. Formal not able to stay alive. Stellur has both the heat wave and sniper right now, but you're starting to see OpTic get a little bit more freedom on the map. Stellur, he goes down, Bounds underneath. He's going to try to take care of Lucid. I don't know what just happened to Lucid's body, but all I know is Bound sees another kill in the feed. And Trippy's up high, looking for an opportunity to send Bound off the map.
Lucid there, looking for the melee. Instead, finds the respawn screen. As it's Trippy doing work here at the sword side. Did someone just sneak out Overshield? I don't know. I think somebody was at Overshield. Maybe not. I'm not sure why Trippy looked down there. APG now redirecting his attention to the long haul. As two continue to stay down for SSG. This should allow OpTic the chance to regain this map control.
Look at how fast Formal, Trippy, and Lucid are playing forward. APG's coming up to find the support. This has a flag grab written all over it. It's going to be up to Trippy to stay alive. Oh my God. Pznguin gets the big kill. Formal's underneath to come get the help, but Bound and Stellur are trying to get the trades. Bound is in, and now it's just APG on his lonesome, trying to play at first BR. It's not going to be successful. And now Eco creeps up. The push from OpTic Gaming completely nullified. As Eco gets the shots down range on Lucid, the nades are good enough from Formal. They're going to stop it, and it's tracks for now. But Stellur's a dangerous player with this heat wave. Lucid hears him. Lucid's going to have the drop. Lucid has the flank. Lucid has the kill.
Yeah, OpTic going all four down in that previous sequence, but it's not going to be as damaging or as bad as you might think because they had so much pressure in the SSG base. All four of those OpTic members going down on SSG side of the map. That's why you're seeing a little bit of this regain and this re-win of the mid-map control and the rockets to boot for OpTic Gaming. They got more and more to work with here with this heat wave as well.
Yeah, Lucid was able to get the rockets. I believe Pznguin gets the overshield here. As Trippy goes on the flank, heat wave's good enough. Pznguin with that overshield glowing up, able to get APG, but Lucid gets the quick trade. Lucid still has rockets to work with. The first one misses. Stellur tries to send it back. He said goodbye. Return that one to sender. As OpTic Gaming are not able to capitalize on the power weapons. Eco looks away from the sniper at just the wrong moment. Formal's going to be able to pull that one away.
Have a standstill here. Another standstill between these two teams. The respect between these two teams is palpable. Plenty of familiarity, plenty of matchups. Who's going to get the better of these two teams as the fight goes down in mid-map? Two going down for Spacestation. OpTic with numbers. OpTic with map control here. APG with the boom block. Negates any damage from Eco Smith as he's left to scurry away towards snipe spawn. That's going to force snipe spawns, force SSG. If OpTic Formal can take advantage of that and recognize it, yes, he does. He lands the headshot on Pznguin. Great spawn recognition there from Formal, and this should lead to a flagpole for OpTic.
Not sure be able to take down the sniper player, and Formal should be clear. I don't think there's anyone really in a position to stop him. Spacestation all on the respawn. This has flag capture written all over it. OpTic Gaming will strike first. Are they? I mean, someone needs to run the flag.
I am shocked. We have seen that multiple. There's something about the Empyrean where, I don't know, I've seen flags time after time get stopped there at the long haul, but nonetheless, OpTic Gaming putting in their first cap of the day, and it's with Formal. The objective focus here on CTF for OpTic. He's the leading flag scorer for his team. More often than not, when a flag goes in, it's OpTic Formal leading the way.
Just looking for the push. Bound's going to be the one that takes the shot. With Rockets coming up in 10 seconds, Formal's the most important player. He needs to hit the shot. 2 players from Space Station are going to be able to push into Rockets. There's no one from OpTic to work around those Rockets. They're going to try to get the overshield instead. Bound gets the free pair of Rockets. Pznguin and APG fighting down low for the overshield. Looks like APG wins that fight. Bound only going to be able to get 1 rocket. Trippy has both power weapons now. Everything moves into the favor of OpTic Gaming. Stellur goes down. This is disaster waiting for Space Station.
Yeah, that was an interesting challenge there from Stellur. I thought he had a really good opportunity to pull OpTic Gaming back to their base because of his staying alive in the back of their base. Instead, he challenges, and it's a wrong time, but the right time for OpTic as Trippy has another flag pull out, and Garrett with 3 down for SSG, all spawning at that snipe side. This one's looking like a 2-0 game.
I don't think anyone's going to get there in time from... Oh my god, Bound just destroyed Lucid. That was insane from lower position, but Lucid gets the job done. He's gonna get the capture, but now Space Station has an idea of a counter cap on its mind. They just need to get the slays. Eco's gonna be able to get the first frag in. The nade somehow doesn't kill Bound. He'll stay forward, and now it's just Trippy last alive, and Bound's gonna have free range to the base. Bound staying alive from that sticky has more impact than I think most people realize. This flag is gonna get out. Bound needs to get 1 more round of kills. 1 more slay. He's trying to creep back. Does Trippy check his corner? Trippy does not. Eco finds the kill. Bound stays alive. Bound gets the kill. Lucid gets the trade. Sniper still in the possession of OpTic Gaming. No one from Space Station there for the follow-up. Bound had a huge opportunity, but just couldn't quite finish it.
Oh, just as it looked like Bound was about to make the play of the game.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Stellur instead, taking down Lucid and that sniper rifle here. So an opportunity. You have nobody sniping for OpTic Gaming. They're likely to scurry back to that snipe to make sure somebody gets it. APG is that guy. As Pznguin pulls the flag. But again, similar to that last sequence, Garrett, SSG recognizing that they need slays. They're not pulling flag with any numbers advantage. Can they take down OpTic Gaming here? 2 going down for OpTic Gaming. Eco staying alive with full shields. Has Lucid on the run. APG still alive at top snipes with that sniper rifle. If he can just stay alive here, exactly. If he can just stay alive and milk the clock even more, this is going to be a great win condition for OpTic. But no, he goes down. So too does Trippy. And now it's Pznguin with the flag out. SSG with their best opportunity to score yet.
I think SSG literally slayed OpTic Gaming out 3 times in their base before they got that flag out of the base. And even then, they're still not going anywhere with it. Lucid stays alive for long enough. Eco trying to do his best. Eco gets 2. Can he keep the flag alive? It's returning. He's there. He's there. Flag is on its way. They're going to be able to get around the corner. That might be the least efficient flag grab I've ever seen in my life, but the slays do the job. Formal's trying to get the job done with the overshield. It won't be enough. Pznguin will get this flag home.
Eco with the double kill. 2v1 situation. Had low shields, clutches up for SSG and brings this one back to a 1 flag game here with plenty of time now. Garrett under 4 to go. Trippy going down on his side of the map. Eco looking to push forward. He goes down too. Formal has eyes on Stellur. This is massive because if he takes down Stellur, he takes down all of SSG. But no, Stellur creeps away with the win, sneaks away with his life, but not for long as Lucid takes him down. Lucid now with that green control, knows all of the players for SSG are spawning snipes. Has to get this kill here. Does on Eco. Now it's up to Pznguin and Bound.
Massive kill from Pznguin and a lag out from OpTic Gaming. We'll have to replay that map. 1 cap advantage for OpTic. That flag was out, but the kill from Pznguin I think would have stopped it anyway. Unfortunate crash, lag out, whatever it was. We'll have to reset. In the meantime, we have an elimination bracket match. FaZe versus BTH. Game 1. So far, BTH the first to strike, but the slaying power of FaZe, you have to imagine they're not staying down for long.
And BTH's greatest advantage right here is probably not having much of a book on them. There's probably not too many teams that know the strategy or know what to expect from this BTH roster. If they can take advantage of that sort of surprise element, they could surprise the whole world. They could shock the whole world in the Halo community with an upset here against FaZe, up early, but now losing the score on this on ANC.
Veronica able to punch down Renegade, double kill Frosty last alive, and I mean, BTH, talk about a Cinderella story. This is for a spot in the elimination finals. Top 4 placing from BTH, the unsigned roster that not many had doing much of anything, making a insane run thus far today.
Yeah, you really got to give a big shout out to the non-partner teams, Native Red, G1, BTH here, taking down a lot of those partner teams. And I know everybody in the Halo community loves an underdog story. We got just that here with BTH. Getting back on the board here, doubling up on FaZe, Garrett. What's going on? This is unbelievable. And that objective efficiency starting to bite them because we see more slays for FaZe, but the score doesn't reflect it.
Yeah, just FaZe hasn't been able to capitalize on their numbers quite enough. But what you'll see from FaZe that they do better than any other team is this specific hold. AC holds an untraditional format for teams to try to hold on to, but FaZe is so effective at it. They're well practiced. They know how to take advantage of the opening spots, and that's exactly what they do. BTH gets antsy. They try to push out towards one side. The remaining players get slayed out, and now the AC hold that isn't quite as powerful as you want transitions into an AB hold, and suddenly BTH stuck at C trying to slay their way out.
Neuronical, a big reason why BTH were able to get to this moment, upsetting G1 in the earlier round. And he's doing more of the same here against FaZe. Top fragging on his squad, ultimately goes down there. Royal 2, staying alive with no shields. That's what you expect from one of the greatest Halo players of all time and one of the greatest teams of all time. As 3 go down for BTH, and it's looking like that AC hold again for FaZe.
Yeah, they're very comfortable with this position. Look at the numbers towards A. Bohm and Monster take down Renegade, but Frosty and Royal 2 can work together. A long distance pair, and it's the flank from Frosty. It's going to be devastating. The first goes down, Bohm to follow, and look at what's happening at B. It's got in their possession. It's a trip cap. They're 4 down, and it's a trip cap. Uh-oh, you're in trouble. FaZe Clan have a perfect hold.
Wow. You want to talk about the ego challenge of all ego challenges there from Frosty, sliding out for that triple kill, had no fear and practically no missed shots as he takes down his opponent and hasn't stopped just yet. Has Bohm and Ironical again in his sights, and it's the teamwork. Look at that bait and switch. Royal 2 sliding in. Now it's Frosty coming in to clean it up. Absolutely perfect teamwork here from FaZe Clan.
Oh my God, this is the Bible of how to play strongholds. The trip cap is devastating. There's nothing BTH can do. When you get 4 down in that position, it's almost impossible to recover. We've seen almost 100 points of unanswered time. Finally, BTH are going to be able to get B, but remember, this was the situation that FaZe was in when they got the original trip cap. They're comfortable with this spot. As long as they find the slays, they're going to be able to recover. And oh my God, Renegade gets 2.
Hopping on board here again with Neuronical as he spots the opponent at C. Lands the trade sticky grenade. It's going to be good in that micro sequence, but when you look at the game as a whole and the situation with BTH down needing that C position, that's going to be a win condition instead for FaZe as they regain control again of that trip cap. And at this point, Garrett, BTH only has 1 opportunity left to stop the bleeding.
I mean, this is perfect. Every time it seems like BTH gets a hill. I mean, look at the position. Finally, Neuronical's able to get the flank, but Royal 2's working on his backside as well. He's going to be able to work behind this BTH roster. Kills are going to come in favor. And, well, I mean, this game, although we see a little bit of a stabilization effort, I think we all know how that one's going. Expect to see FaZe up 1-0. Now, we did get rulings with this game. The resets in. OpTic Gaming do have a 1 cap advantage, but you'll notice the game clock at the end. They lowered the time of the game to just 8 minutes, so less time for Spacestation to work with to get back into this game.
Seems like a pretty fair way to reset this one as both teams reset, all 4 alive for each squad. Both teams vying for that mid-map control, but right now it's looking like Spacestation with a slight edge. But no, Lucid with that sniper rifle is going to tilt favor back into his side as 2 go down for Spacestation. Lucid with that sniper rifle on the other side of the map, interesting. You can see Stellur really trying to spot him out. Thought he might have been at Snipe Tower, but now he's got to worry about OpTic Formal running this flag, sneaking it out. Formal has to know here, though, that he's done enough to pull SSG back. He can't continue to run that flag. He needs to try to stay alive and get some slays, as he does well to earn himself the trade.
Lucid pushing forward, able to find Eco. This flag still very much alive for OpTic Gaming. Lucid said, hey, let me take a crack at that shot before I keep that flag going. It's a methodical push from OpTic Gaming, where Bound could spoil it all with his individual play. Able to take down Lucid and is staying alive. Formal waiting for an opportunity to keep this flag going, but they have to take care of Bound first.
3 going down for each squad. And on the other side of the pond, it's Quadrant who comes away victorious in their Open Qualifier. Congrats to the newly minted European partner team in Quadrant. As we swing back here to the NA side on the POV of Pznguin with that sniper rifle. You know Lucid wants to control that. Pznguin shuts down any hope of that. As Lucid goes down, the break is on, the push is on, but it's countered by Trippy. Taking down Pznguin, a great answer back by Formal. And the rest of his OpTic crew has that plasma pistol down to no shields, and that overshield is up soon. So OpTic with a chance here, even if they don't get this overshield, should have a chance to counter it if Formal can stay alive. But no, he goes down. APG goes down, quite literally off the map. And now Spacestation with an opportunity to regain map control, that overshield, and potentially this first score of the reset.
I've always said APG has too good of a strafe. We have to nerf him somehow. The map designer knew exactly where APG was going to be. It was all for that moment right there. APG off the map, put it in your top 10 fails of the week. Bound goes up high, he gets the kill, and suddenly OpTic Gaming are all seeing the respawn screen. Eco's gonna get the pull out. Lucid last alive. Where do the spawners come up at? They're gonna come at spawn at the Snipe 1. They take care of Bound right away, but not before this flag got around the corner.
Earlier we saw SSG going for damn near 3 team wipes to score that flag. Here they were a little bit more, a lot more efficient. Only needed about 1.5 of those team wipes, halved what they needed, but still got the end result. Still scored that flag. We're tied here at 1 off of the reset. OpTic doesn't show it on the scoreboard, but did score in that previous game. So going into the final 4.5 minutes, we're tied at 1.
Lucid versus Pznguin. Who gets the better angles for these snipes? APG stuck at Eagles. They know where this push is coming from. Trippy wraps the corner and Pznguin misses the shot. Now you're gonna see the push. Lucid answers back! Oh no, don't give this man an opportunity. This could be a flag cap all because of the play, and he brief pulses forward. Don't come off spawn. Lucid's dangerously hot.
Lucid, unaffected by the flinch from that dueling sniper rifle, does one better, landing the headshot on the opponent at Snipe Tower. Huge play from Lucid here. And look at this. Despite having some pressure, elects to pull back for some defense here. Interesting decision, but the bait is going to be there. Formal takes it. I should say Stellur takes it. Formal takes the kill. And now OpTic again with numbers. Looks to regain that map control. There's Pznguin with the snipe, but Lucid one better, taking him down. And now OpTic looking primed here, but there's a Bound flanking. Okay, that's a huge takedown there from Lucid, just as it looked like Bound could have been the thorn in the side of OpTic Gaming. Lucid turns back, takes him down, and still has more to work with. Stellur down to low shield. Bound coming out to help here. Lucid in a really tough spot in a 1v2, almost 3 based on the angle that Pznguin has. He'll take him down. Has shots on Formal as well. And this is looking like some good defense here, some good damage for SSG to push out of their spawn.
Look at the possession towards overshield. APG wants to drop down and get this one. Not sure who rockets 1-2 right away. Looks like it's going to be either Eco or Stellur that has those rockets. One rocket not connecting. Must have been Stellur that had them. So, I mean, everything just went wrong for Spacestation and APG. He didn't have to use any of that overshield. He's in the base. He still has a full overshield to rock with. Formal's not going to be able to get around that corner. That might actually cost this flag grab. I don't know how much further they're going to be able to get. APG going to have to use a lot of that overshield just to push this flag forward instead of getting the slays. But it looks like OpTic Gaming are going to be able to keep this flag alive for now. But Bound just went big. I mean, Bound just constantly going big. They're going to be able to stop this. Oh my God. It's incredible how Spacestation was able to stabilize from that position, Mac. They had everything.
Yeah, and APG with the big brain, I believe, delayed pop of that overshield to make sure he maximized all of that value, despite that SSG babying it down and earning themselves back-to-back team wipes, and are now primed for a game-winning score.
Oh, Bound just turned around and blamed the player. Pushing forward. Oh, no. OpTic Gaming. Their leads, their tie is in danger. Now just sitting in their back flag doing the damage. Lucid's made one. Can anyone stop the flag? It's on its way. Bound's going crazy. He just found another Pznguin, gets the kill. Stellur ready to put that flag on in, and Bound still farming in the back of the base. APG goes down. The lead has switched hands. Pznguin pushes it in. Spacestation has had a thunderous response.
And Trippy made the decision there to chase for Bound, the flag runner. It did not work out in OpTic Gaming's favor, as SSG now has a 2-1 lead with under 1 to go. Eco Smith on that bridge with 2 important utilities popping up in the next 25 seconds. Rockets and Overshield going down. So 2-2 from Space Station. Is OpTic Gaming mounting a comeback?
Well, they have to take care of this guy on your screen. Bound's been insane. 17 and 11 thus far. He takes down the MVP. 1 rocket, 1 overshield, 30 seconds left in this game. Formal, he's gonna have a repulse. Can he send Bound off? Bound? He didn't grab it! Bound didn't grab it! 26 seconds, Formal, you better get moving. A huge blunder. Trippy gets the rocket kill. Trippy gets another. They're 3 down. OpTic Gaming, they have their chance. The tie's on the horizon. Formal still has a full overshield. Spawners in front. Spawners go down. Formal's causing havoc in the back of the base. All of a sudden, OpTic send the dagger in from the last second. We're going to overtime.
Wow, unbelievable last second flag cap there, and it's the green wall. Looking more like the green wave, a tidal wave, a 60-foot Maverick no less, as they crash and collapse on the hopeless souls of SSG, unable to secure that overshield. Instead, it goes to Formal, and that was all OpTic needed to take advantage of every millisecond, every opportunity on the map. And we're now heading to another sudden death overtime. 2 in this series, Garrett.
Sudden death next. Capture wins. Now, unfortunately, we are going to have to end the game, restart the game, because of the crash from earlier. But talk about getting the job done. 30 seconds left on the clock. Bound just wanted to make sure the overshield couldn't fall in their hands. There's a it's frustrating. Hey, look at the sandwich. Shout out to the Forge designers. But the overshield, when it hits 0-0, it doesn't quite come up right away, right? You have to give it a half second. It has to reach the end of 0-0. You know what I'm saying? And if you play it too early, if you move too fast, you don't grab it. They weren't able to put it on. He falls off the map. And here's an update from our FaZe BTH match. Right now, BTH in the lead in our game 2 Slayer, but Frosty has the sniper. He's one of the best to ever do it. Expected to keep hitting shots. Oh no, Frosty, there's one more around the corner. Hit it to go? No, Frosty sends the sniper off the map, but my God, is he playing it.
And I think with the sandwich right above him, that would have been a fitting to go snipe there instead. Monster looking to eat, but he goes down too. FaZe Clan regaining and mounting a comeback here. We saw them down 4 when we joined up. Now down just 1 with rockets and overshield up soon.
Oh my God. The sniper hits Renegade, able to push these rockets away for Snakebite. And all of the power weapons. I'm surprised that the game's only even with the last little bit that we've seen, because it seems like FaZe has had all the power weapons. Renegade has 10 kills, 6 deaths. Frosty has 9. They're combining for what, like 2/3 of their kill, 3/4 of their kills. The 2 Slayers showing out.
Whew. I gotta take a deep breath right now, Garrett, because I have the adrenaline rush of a competitor, and I'm sitting here casting as we get ready for an unbelievable finish to this series. Game 4. Empyrean, CTF, sudden death, next flag wins.
Oh boy, we see FaZe starting to change the momentum in this game. We got to go back to flag in just a second. And the rules are simple. Oh, okay, I guess we're going back to Slayer. They're not ready. We're back to FaZe for now. Something going wrong on the other side.
And something going wrong in that little bit that we got to see from BTH, but they've answered, they've regained, find themselves at that 1-kill lead. But yeah, it's wild because it looked like the sniper, the rockets, everything was in full control of FaZe Clan from what we got to see. But nonetheless, it's BTH clinging to that 1-kill lead. Renegade with the snipe. Has Frosty baiting out Neuronical. Oh, I love that play there. I love that. Frosty had no intentions of doing any damage there. Simply wanted to pull Neuronical out into the line of sight for Renegade. Not able to take advantage of it, but a good strategy nonetheless.
Yeah, BTH is
they're going back to it. Ooh. They're going back to the strategy. They're not going to move until Neuronical gets his blame peeled, but looks like Renegade gonna reposition instead.
Precision won the sniper battle. He was able to take down Frosty. Renegade gets a shot down range. Precision not having any targets, and this is what's crazy is that FaZe they see Neuronical at sword. They're like, okay, if Neuronical pushes, we're gonna be able to get the kill and start to push from there. But here comes the flank. Precision gets through to the training with his teammate. They're trying to get behind these rocket players, but it's gonna be unsuccessful. Renegade takes down the next. Rockets in the hands of FaZe, but Monster's being annoying. Snakebite eventually gets the kill. We're still at even. And Snakebite's juggling that sniper back for his teammates. And, you know, that's the thing for Snakebite. He's a great sniper, but he has 3 of the best snipers to ever play Halo. He's going to give that away, keep the rockets for himself.
Well, and it points to a strategy, Garrett, that I think is going to develop even further in Season 2, and that is the juggling of whether it be weapons, utilities, power-ups maybe even. Seeing that time after time, and it really came to show in those 1v1s, those Honda 1v1s. We saw the grapple hook and the repulsor juggled like that, and now we're seeing it in 4v4s. The strategy, I think, is very viable. Renegade, very viable with that sniper rifle, as FaZe Clan now clings to that 1-kill lead. Monster going down. Monster has been leading the charge for his team here throughout this tournament. So that's a huge takedown for FaZe, going to allow them to try to take back whichever side of the map they want. Clearly, that side of the map is the sniper rifle, and with the sniper coming up in 20 seconds, it's no wonder that's what FaZe is prioritizing.
Well, 25 of the 35 kills for FaZe between Frosty and Renegade. And Renegade's starting to feel a little impatient, gets up towards Banana. Wants to prevent them from getting their next sniper, but it's a high-risk play, and you're seeing the risk. He's immediately lasered by 2 players, able to stay alive. Frosty tries to get the trade out. It's not going to happen. Now Renegade has a chance to get towards their sniper. The reset happening on your other screen. OpTic versus Spacestation. We're back in Stellur. Oh my God,
look at this break.
Did they?
That's all 4 dead.
Nah, that can't be real. I was about to say, no shot OpTic game and just go 4 down. Okay, we're going back to the Slayer. Oh my God, maybe the reset will work one time. Royal 2 gets the pick, and there we go. FaZe kind of taking the lead, and they're starting to push forward. Look at the push from the back of the base. It's Snakebite and Renegade. Monster and Neuronical, they're in trouble. Royal 2 hits the snipe. Precision, you're up next. He gets tagged as he goes back into the flag, but what was an even game for so long suddenly is starting to fall apart as Royal 2 and Renegade start to dissect the opposing team with the snipers.
Especially wild when you consider the fact that BTH was up 5 at around the halfway mark. Now it's FaZe Clan in full control of the score and the sandbox on the map, as Royal 2 is going to sneak away with that overshield. Can elect to delayed pop and wait till he gets back to help Snakebite, but Snakebite doesn't need any help as he earns himself the double kill. Royal 2 does in fact wait to pop that overshield. Another one of the strategies we're seeing develop here in Season 2, as Royal 2 looks to make full use of that over.
Royal 2 trying to get into this back base. The Rocket's going to go straight. Bowman tries to hit the long range combo. And BTH playing this extremely well for now. The problem is they just don't have that many deaths to give up. Everyone can feel back-breaking. Finally able to take care of Royal 2, and you're going to see the rest of FaZe start to move backwards as they don't want to give up any free deaths. With only 2 kills left to go, just team up, get your BRs on the same thing.
Boom, doing his best to stay alive in Sword, but no. 50-45, a close game, despite not necessarily feeling like one towards the end there, as BTH mounts a little bit of a comeback, but it's not enough, as FaZe, looking like that #1 seed that they are heading into this tournament in this season, now have BTH back against the wall, up 2-0 in the series.
And it's been impressive thus far. Game 4, let's see, a 3rd time a charm. Mikowski, you think we're gonna get it in this time? Reset.
I sure hope so.
First to 1 wins. Here we go. Formal going to be the first one to go down. Trippy and APG answer. Rockets in the hands of Trippy. The drop shield comes in for Bound. They're going to try to take Trippy around that corner. Trippy gets away with the rockets for now, but he has no help. He's going to have to get all the way back towards his teammates, but they'll take that for now. Weapons in the favor of OpTic Gaming. This is their chance. Long range rocket going to be short from Trippy. 1 out of the chamber. Looks like Overshield probably went to Formal over there. They find the flank. And here we go. OpTic Gaming, they're on their push. Numbers in their favor. It's only Pznguin last alive. How long can he stall? Lucid hits the no-scope. APG gets the finish. But Stellur gets the kill. Are you kidding me?
And so often we see Garrett in overtime, the team that wins the break, wins the match, but it's an excellent regain here from Spacestation, as just as they head all down, they now put OpTic all down in the dirt. Formal, last hope, last chance, last player alive. He goes down too, and now Spacestation is going to be able to regain that mid-map control and push through.
Stellur's waiting to find the weakness. APG's over at Needles. He doesn't expect the push, but APG outguns Stellur. Double kill for him, and now Bound playing in the rocket pocket. Do they check their corner? Lucid comes around the corner. No opportunity for the kill. Formal's going to come back for the challenge. Trippy gets the cleanup. Blow for blow from both these sides. We're just seeing trade for trade. It's really, I don't think anything's going to happen until the next power-up rotation. I think it's so hard to get into this back flag without the aid of rockets, sniper, or the overshield.
Yeah, and go back to that Bound play. I love the mix of aggressive and passive play there, waiting in the rocket cubby. Then once he heard Lucid, heard the audio cue footsteps, started to charge up that plasma pistol, took down Lucid, ultimately went down, but is a big reason why Spacestation was able to stop that push there from OpTic Gaming. Bound doing a great job there. It's not essentially the last player alive, but the last player that had a chance to make an impact on the map. Bound doing that. Now it's Stellur with that heat wave. And the rocket's up in 10 seconds, so this battle is worth ×2 because every kill gets you closer and closer to that rocket possession.
Trippy's gonna push past these rockets. Let his teammate pick it up. Stellur went for the 2-tap, not quite successful. Rockets go into the hands of APG as he starts to rotate through. Lucid sent one off the map. Eco finds the trade. It's 2-on-2, but the rockets can be the big difference maker. In fact, if Eco can get through, I think Spacestation might try to leak through and get a cap. Try to get this pull out. Eco still at the back of Needles. The rocket's not going to hit. Eco a frustrating kill. And OpTic Gaming, although they have the rockets, they're not able to push forward. They have to play defensively with them. And Spacestation are going to be able to survive another round of power weapons not going in their possession.
Yeah, the defense just too strong here for both of these two teams, as it looked like the 2 players for Spacestation was enough to potentially pull a flag there for them, but OpTic handling it and going right back to the drawing board. Another 2 down for Spacestation, but Formal goes down. Now it's 2 down for OpTic. This one has that back and forth feeling like we might even head to another overtime.
That's scary. We're just waiting for what breaks the Camel's back. Who's gonna make the play? That puts a team 4 down, and it might just be Pznguin lasering Formal off the long haul push. And now we're starting to see a very defensive OpTic Gaming. They're gonna have to execute some big kills, and this is a sniper on sniper battle. Pznguin gets hit with the body shot. It's gonna alleviate pressure, allow Trippy to push forward. But OpTic Gaming, you can tell that they're very hesitant to push past the halfway mark. Lucid's going to be the first one in, and he immediately regrets that. Heads his way back towards green.
Formal going down. Trippy doing a great job there, getting that body shot on Pznguin. Like you said, Garrett, allowed him the opportunity to push up. Pznguin re-rotates towards that green side of the map. Nothing doing for OpTic Gaming here as SSG now have a flag out, and Pznguin popping off with the double kill. Looking for the triple on APG. No, he's not able to secure it. If APG goes down here, this could look like a really high chance for SSG to send us to a game 5.
Oh, he gets around the corner. They're 2 down, 3 down. Formal's the last one. He can't move forward. This one is in. He waves the white flag. There's no one there to stop Eco. SSG didn't win the rocket battle. Didn't win the overshield battle. Waited for their moment, executed, and win in overtime.
And is it any surprise that the team that reset the grand finals at the World Championships now has us sending to a game 5? OpTic Gaming versus SSG. The rivalry thickens.
One more game. This has probably been one of the longest best of 5s we have ever seen. And now it comes down to just one game. Recharge, Slayer, up next. And my God, this map has brought some bangers before. The shock rifle is going to be so important to this game.
And Garrett, that we have an absolute toss-up heading into game 5, because when you look at the tail of the tape, Spacestation taking that game 1 on recharge, which is where we're heading for game 5, outslaying OpTic Gaming in that match. However, OpTic Gaming, and the only other Slayer of this series, outslayed the hell out of SSG, nearly earning themselves this steak dinner. Something's got to give here, and I'm looking for guys like Lucid, guys like the MVP, to play like the MVP here in this match. But is it Bound, the rookie of the year, now ascending to where he could be the MVP this year? These are the types of series, these are the types of moments in your career that answer that very question.
Yeah, Bound was a phenomenal player in Halo 5, but never joined the pro circuit. He wanted to wait until he could get on a team that he thought he could win a tournament with. Made his debut in Halo Infinite and has had top placing since, but has never been able to hold the trophy over the head. He's excited for Charlotte. He's ready to prove everyone wrong, that Spacestation is still a top contender, that they are still the #1 team. And I'm excited for it, because I'm telling you, every day that I watch Bound, it seems like he's adding something to the toolbox. It seems like he's just getting better. And I'd be scared if I ever have to go against Bound in any best of 5. OpTic go 2 down, and Spacestation follow. APG is going to be able to break the tie. 3 kills for OpTic Gaming, and Camo looking to be going in their possession. Lucid puts it on, but he's in a dangerous spot. The nade's coming through. The trade comes through. Camouflage going to be nullified 3-all.
And I don't hate that camo from Lucid there. It looked really unlikely that he was even gonna grab it in the first place. So with an end result being him going down this early in the game, not gonna hurt OpTic too much, and not gonna help Spacestation enough to where you're really gonna regret that if you're Lucid. Hopping on board here with Trippy. He's got help at blue, but the shields are low, and it's sending Trippy back. Now blue belongs to Spacestation. The boys in blue taking over blue and pushing Trippy and APG back to elevator. However, OpTic with that 2-kill narrow lead here, but a large portion of SSG all in blue still. Stellur in the back of blue. So an opportunity here for APG with these other 2 players on OpTic on the other side of the map to potentially pinch here down long haul. It's going to be very crucial to see what Formal does here, to see what OpTic wants to do with the situation.
I guess the question is, who's more impatient, right? Who's going to make the push first? Lucid with this shock rifle, he's just waiting for someone to peek their head in the wrong spot. What you might see is Formal try to make a pinch through to a long haul if they try to make that change, but Bound and Stellur are ready for that. And Bound and Stellur, I think they're getting impatient. I think they want to make a play towards Formal, break him off that cross to allow Pznguin and Eco to try to take down Lucid on the top, but Lucid has the cross. Here we go, Bound and Stellur, they're getting ready for their push. Lucid finds Bound, and they're gone. Look at that. Look how fast they move away from Glass. They're like, okay, we're not challenging this if Lucid has our cross.
Bound tried to open that back door with the flank. Lucid nearly making him pay with his life. Instead, he's going to make Eco pay as he's the first to go down for Space Station. But Space Station answering back. It's a 2v2 situation. Lucid up on the map. Pznguin goes down to no shields. Trippy down to low shields as well, but he re-shields, repositions, and take down Stellur. It's an absolutely massive play, and it maintains that 3-kill lead here for OpTic.
Yeah, nothing really changes, but you can see how Space Station were coordinating for that push. Lucid hitting the no-scope prevented them from succeeding on changing the map control. But look at Eco's spawn. Eco's behind APG and Formal. They know he's here. He's trying to do his best. He's not going to be able to survive. And that push suddenly for Space Station, it's starting to look a little bit more ragged. Not as organized, but Bound thrives in the chaos. He's able to take down Lucid. Shock rifle on the ground for now. Space Station, can they get a better position while the shock rifle's out of play? Yes, they do. They get over to pipes. They're going to try to put this pressure on Bound, on Formal.
And that's a great job there by OpTic. Despite Lucid going down with that shock rifle, OpTic making sure that they have the numbers there to not shift possession of the most important piece of utility on the map. Formal looking to do work with it. Gets a shot into Bound, but it's the plasma pistol from Trippy that gets him down to no shields as he eventually goes down. Formal trying to spot somebody falling into that scope on either side of the map. Doesn't have it. Doesn't feel it there. Stellur doesn't either. He looked likely to chain and maybe check it. He does eventually. And that's what he's going to think twice about and probably never peek again with Formal on the other side.
Space Station's not going to recklessly push into a play without knowing that they don't have to worry about the shock rifle. Kills trade on either side. Stellur's down by the camouflage. He's going to get it. Can he pop it and get away? One shot. Lucid's on the hunt. Eco got the kill. Is their camouflage player still alive?
I think he did. I think he did survive there. Oh my god, and what a... Oh my god, Stellur staying alive through the fire and flames, the chaos. Reigns supreme for Space Station. Able to stay calm, cool, and collected in the chaos. Has them within 4 kills here. OpTic at one point building a 4+ lead, so this is huge, but OpTic finds it right back. Takes down Stellur. The lead is 5. Pznguin. Almost makes me think someone lagged out the way he's shooting the wall there, but nonetheless, Eco is now on the flank, but APG spots it out. The veteran knows what to expect from these players. Great positioning there from APG. He's got OpTic, Formal anchoring himself on the right side. And Garrett, this has been the strategy. This has been the plays here for OpTic Gaming as they look to control gold and top A.
Right, both these players on the perimeter can cover each other. They can cover each other's crosses. And while Formal gets weak, Lucid uses as a bait opportunity, gets the kill. Stellur tries to get forward. Bound gets 3. And now Lucid's by himself, but he still has that shock rifle. He's trying to get away. Bound wanted that overkill, but Lucid's been frustrating to deal with. He's had this shock rifle for what feels like ever, and they just haven't been able to take him down. But that disruptor pistol going to make life hard. His life is decaying. But Pznguin not looking in the right spot. Lucid able to get one before he gets taken down.
And Garrett, that is 3 times in a row that OpTic has held on to that shock rifle despite going down in numbers. It's a big reason why they're maintaining and holding on to this narrow lead. Now just 2 kills. The momentum is rising here for Space Station. They can feel the momentum. They can feel the positioning. The push is on. Eco goes down though to Lucid. That's absolutely huge. Stops the bleeding a little bit for OpTic and resets the map.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's still just been a 3-kill deficit through this all. Bound has been phenomenal though. 12 kills thus far. It's going to be camouflage that goes into the favor of Space Station once again, but can they take advantage this time? Last time Stellur wasn't quite able to do anything with it. Eco's not going to be able to capitalize either. And here we go. OpTic Gaming finally break the 3-kill differential. They're going to be able to take a 5-kill lead now. And as this game continues on, Space Station just need to find a clean break. There's been no clean break against OpTic.
Yeah, and at this point, Garrett, that camo is looking more and more like bait. 3 camos going down instantly after being popped. Haven't seen any efficiency out of that camo. But we've seen it from this shock rifle here for OpTic Gaming. That's why they're up by 4. Formal looking to build on that lead. OpTic, the tried and true positioning. But they don't have somebody today. Stellur over at A. So they've broken the form a little bit for OpTic here. Can they take advantage?
Oh, this is scary. I mean, OpTic's really trapped towards long haul. Formal's trying to go on a quick flake. Do they spot him? No, Formal's going to be able to get some great shots on Pznguin, and now the floodgates are open. They're pushing through. They're not stopping anytime soon. Bound can't get away. Formal gets 2 for the killing spree. APG trying to finish it off. Lucid comes in for the help. It's a 2-kill swing in the favor of OpTic Gaming. They break the control of Space Station, but you can see Space Station getting those pipe spawns. So now Space Station have flipped the map, right? They have A and gold control at the moment, but OpTic Gaming have numbers to push in towards gold. But so this isn't necessarily a spot you want to be in with OpTic Gaming. At least they have a lead to work with. Camouflage is coming up. They have the better position to grab camo, but Space Station do have each other's help on these crosses.
And if Space Station wants to come back here, they're going to need Eco to slow down and Pznguin to speed up. Eco with those 12 deaths here in a Slayer has reached the threshold for how many times he can die in a match. Pznguin simply not getting involved enough with only 5 deaths in this match, but only 4 kills as well to match. Formal now with that camo. We talked about it earlier. This is the first time we've seen a camo escape from that pit location. Can Formal put it to good use and put the finishing touches on this Game 5 win?
Well, for the first time, Space Station has a shock rifle, but Formal knows all about getting sniped with camo. And well, he's feeling it once again. APG gets the trade, but this shock rifle, this is the fight, right? They're fighting for control of this shock rifle. It's still down at hell, and well, Pznguin, he's going to be able to recover it for Space Station. They're going to come back. It's going to be because of this gun right here.
Here we go. This is it. The game lies in the hands of Pznguin. Down 8, down 2 possessions, nading 2 team wipes. But they don't have to get it all in bunches here. 41 now. Now they do. Now after that double kill, they really might just have to, because beforehand, APG, before that triple kill from APG, Lucid with the team wipe, it might just be all but over. Garrett, there might not even be a point in discussing how SSG can come back with OpTic looking this dominant.
Yeah, OpTic's flying on all cylinders. Formal's going to be able to take down Stellur. That means the weapon goes back in OpTic's hands. Only 6 more kills. Bound, you better be careful with how you push. Formal's looking down. They're going to slow it down for now, but like you said, the path is becoming darker and darker for these guys. Less of an opportunity for them to get back in this game. OpTic only need 5 more, and Formal makes it 4.
Formal. He's gotten better and better throughout this tournament. Landing that previous shock rifle headshot. Now only needing 3 more kills. 33 kills total here for Space Station. It's been absolute domination from OpTic Gaming, the defending world champs, showing exactly why. As the sticky goes down, so too does Space Station, and OpTic move on to the grand